Salute and welcome to the Stories and Cocktails podcast, where you'll enjoy an entertaining short story from acclaimed humor columnist Rob Kreider. Storytime is the family portion of the show. Then we move on from the stories to the cocktails. This is where the alcohol and the not safe for work portion of the show takes over, as Rob and his wife /editor/muse Sara Kreider partake in some adult beverages and provide you with a behind-the-scenes recap of what really inspired the original story. Put your feet up, relax, and enjoy yourself a round of stories and cocktails. Cheers.
This article is called The Wait is Over by Rob Kreider. Hey, that's me. It's a brand new year, and that means pretty much one thing and one thing only. I need a new Dilbert desk calendar. Other than that, the concept that is the new year doesn't really make a difference in my life. I know other people become very excited about New Year's Eve. I get it. The Earth went one full revolution all the way around the sun. Yay! Let's get drunk. But the idea that this is a new opportunity to change my life, get organized, lose weight, yada yada yada, doesn't work for me. My garage is a mess and I was fat on December 31st, and my garage is still a mess and I'm still fat on January 1st. Long story short, I'm fat with a messy garage, regardless of the calendar. There's no reason to drag the Earth and the sun into my fat, messy lifestyle. The number 2019 doesn't mean anything to me, other than the unfortunate coincidence that the Chinese animal for this year is the pig, which matches quite well with my fat, messy existence. The number that really bothers me isn't 2019, it's 214. You see, I tipped the scales on January 1st, 2019 at a hefty 214 pounds. Don't get excited, ladies. I'm by no means taller than 6 feet, so 214 pounds is certainly not a good thing on me. I'm a short guy, and 214 pounds creates a body shape that is more in line with a tuna can wearing cargo shorts and flip-flops. All the moms I know are currently lining up outside theaters to see Jason Momoa with his shirt off in Aquaman. Jason Momoa, or J-Mo as I like to call him, he's coming in at a solid 234 pounds at 6 feet 4 inches tall, while I'm lining up outside the Ben & Jerry's at 214 pounds and 5 feet 8 inches short. I have what is referred to as Dad Bod. For the record, Dad Bod is not a compliment. Now, I don't have an issue with my Dad Bod. I'm a dad, and I have a body. It seems to work for me. The issue I have is with the number 214. See, at 210 pounds, I could bend over and put on my shoes. At 214, I can't. At 210 pounds, my t-shirts cover my belly. At 214 pounds, they don't. At 210 pounds, I can live with myself. At 214, I have to make a lifestyle change. I don't really want to be part of the big New Year's exercise craze that everyone becomes associated with for about one whole week in January every year. However, my 214-pound body is telling me, dude, it's time for an intervention. You need to get out of the Ben & Jerry's line and get into the gym line. Pronto. The problem with diet exercise is it sucks. The food sucks, the gym sucks. The whole process is sucky. On the other hand, Ben & Jerry's ice cream and binging shows on Netflix is pretty damn great. What is a boy to do? I finally found the answer to all of my problems. I actually grasped the inspiration I needed to finally make a change. I simply saw myself on television, and it wasn't pretty. I didn't even recognize myself. I certainly didn't look anything like Aquaman. Instead, I looked more like Tuna Can Man. I'd filmed an episode for a show called Horsepower Wars, where my job was to drive cars really fast and say witty things like, "This car is really fast." When I finally saw the episode on the big screen, high-definition television, I knew right then I would never eat again. I looked like the illegitimate love child of Drew Carey and Tom Arnold. If you fed that love child nothing but donuts and milkshakes for 40 years. Well, screw you, Ben & Jerry. I'm actually going to the gym. Because nobody wants to watch a human shaped like a tuna can drive a car. Or do they? By the way, I walked in a treadmill today at 2 miles an hour. At my current heart rate, I'll definitely be down to 210 pounds by New Year's 2050.
Okay, folks, it's time to pop that top and let's get to those cocktails.
Hey, welcome to Stories and Cocktails podcast, drunken portion of the show. What are you drinking, Mrs. Kreider?
Bud Light.
Bud Light, wow. Such a repertoire. So many cocktails we can enjoy. So many opportunities to talk about different drinks and liqueurs and wines and beers. You're just like, fucking Bud Light. You're just so vanilla.
Well, I fucking love Bud Light.
You fucking do, man.
I wasn't drinking Bud Light all night. Earlier, we were out. We walked over to our local bar
Yes.
and we bought a round on.
So this is the crazy part. Believe it or not, somebody actually bought us around.
Yeah.
Somebody actually listened to our podcast. First of all, that's amazing.
Right.
And then they said, oh shit, I can go on Venmo and just Venmo at Stories and Cocktails and fucking give these people money and they will drink liquor on me and then we will give you credit. They bought us our next round. So thank you, Blair Parrott, for buying us our round tonight.
Yes. Thank you, Blair.
Fantastic.
And thank you, Rob, for mansplaining to us how I don't know how corporate and capitalist America works. That
Venmo is an app you have on your phone. I think it's in China. What you do is you put your information in there. You can search Stories and Cocktails. And you find out that it says buy an next round. Bam, boom, yay. I put a heart. It worked out.
okay.
Listen,
so-
are you drunk?
Yes.
Well, then it fucking worked. Capitalism works.
Yeah. So, anyways, thank you, Blair. Earlier today, we walked over to our local bar and we were drinking.
On you, bro.
I was also drinking Bud Light over there. I'm not gonna lie. I was
Yeah, I
drinking
mean,
Bud
come
Light over
on.
the bar. Yeah.
I mean, this motherfucker bought you a drink. You're like, shit, man, I can get some top shelf shit right now. You're like, no, I'll just have Bud Light.
I like what I like.
You do. Good for you. You know what? The thing about you is you're just true. You're just like, this is what I like. I don't want to complicate it. I like missionary. I like Bud Light. You're just very simple. You know what I'm saying?
I also,
now you're quiet as a church over there.
Oh no. I'm just like, dude, it's a new year, and I'm trying to be nicer, kinder. You know what I mean? But I also have like this sick burn that I just want to dish up to you.
Oh, you want to burn me right now? Talking about missionary?
No, I just want to say like I also like succinct people.
Oh, you think I'm loquacious?
Yeah, a little bit.
I take a long time to say stuff? Like missionary.
No, it just.
You want to say I lay on my back? I close my eyes? Hope for the best?
See, you're just, you use a lot of words.
I use a lot of words. I'm a fucking writer.
You
I
use
use
a lot
my
of
job is
words.
to fucking write. I get paid by the word.
There's always a backstory. It's just, it takes you a minute to get to the point.
I'm going to get that tattooed on my arm.
What? Loquacious?
Backstory.
Backstory?
But I got some backstory.
Oh, what if you just got story tattooed on your back?
Oh, I like that, right? And then I get to talk about it. I'm like, look, it's on my back. See, the backstory is it's a tattoo on my back that says story. Let me tell you more. Have you read my book, Cadet Blues? Do you want to buy me a round at Stories and Cocktails on Venmo?
You would do that. You would fuck
I would be.
up.
I would bug the fuck. I can see it right now. We're in a fucking pool in Vegas.
You're so cringy.
You're drinking Bud Light. I'm just chugging fucking tequila. And someone's like, that says you have story like as a tramp stamp on the bottom of your back. I'm like,
you're so cringy.
no, man, that's my backstory.
Okay, so far I am breaking all of my New Year's resolutions. This is why I don't fucking make New Year's resolutions.
Well, so am I, because I was going to be dry January, but right now I'm drinking fucking tequila.
Yeah, no, I was going to be dry January, but now I'm drinking Bud Light, and I was also going to be kinder to you and not make fun of you, and now I'm making fun of you. I'm calling you loquacious. I'm saying, I don't know. I play it back so we can remember all the ways I made fun of you.
We're never going to do that. Well, look, I probably deserve it. I mean, my assumption is that I deserve to be made fun of because I'm sort of a pain in the ass. I mean, here's the thing. I was all in on dry January, whatever it was. Obviously, I'm not into it now. But I was all in like a fucking asshole psychopath for a solid 46 hours. I made it to January 2nd. And then I was fucking wasted.
Yeah.
2 days. And it wasn't even a full 2 days. I actually said I made it 2 days. That's not true. 2 days is 48 hours. I did not make it 48 hours.
So I go back and forth on January because January is like, it's fucking cold and I hate being cold. You know, so it's just like, it's cold. Like right now it's raining. Like who wants to be out in the rain? It's
Fuck that shit.
Shitty weather. And there's nothing going on. Everyone's burnt out from the holidays. So everyone's kind of just like retreating back into their houses. There's like not a lot of social activity. So I'm like, January sucks. It's a good time to just retreat back into your house, eat healthy, be dry, don't drink. Who wants to be out in it, right? So that's on the one hand.
Okay. That's the dry hand.
The other hand, the wet hand is like
full of a set of nuts.
January fucking sucks. And no one's doing anything. It's
probably
raining.
shorter pizza.
We should drink
some tequila.
Yeah, like I'm bored. Like, what am I gonna do? And because of the writers, you know what? It's the writer's strike. Normally in January, I would be catching up on my Dick Wolf shows. I'd be watching Law and Order. I'd be watching all the Chicago shit. But because of the writer's
Are you going to
strike,
blame the unions right now?
yes, there's no new TV on.
What kind of liberal are you?
It's fucking raining outside.
You're going to blame the fucking
I don't have
liberals
anywhere to
that
go.
you're getting drunker and fatter
Anything to do.
in January 2024?
The only thing I can do is open a Bud Light, open a bottle of wine, and get drunk because I have nothing else to do. I'm so fucking bored.
You could also lay on your back and close your eyes, hope for the best.
Every single you have one fucking joke that you
I
just
have one
tell over and over and over.
It's my
again.
dick.
Yeah. I
It's
know.
a pretty long note.
Everybody fucking knows your joke. Jeez.
All right, well, let's tell. You know what? Fuck you then. I'm
Okay.
going to tell a story here. So we're going to talk about a story called "The Wait Is Over," published in Santa Maria Sun, January 9th, 2019, about New Year's resolutions, losing weight. It's hard.
The thing about the story that depresses me, because it was funny, but it's also like, God damn. You mean in 2019, you and I were having the same fucking conversations that we're having again now in 2024? Like, oh, let's get healthy. Let's eat better.
Maybe I should lay on my back, close my eyes, hope for the best.
So we just have the same conversations over and over and over again. And does anything ever really change? Have I ever opened my eyes?
Have you ever done anything other than Bud Light?
No.
Yeah. You're a simple bitch. That's what they call it.
Really?
Yeah, as a term for that. Simple bitch.
That's super rude.
No. It's a thing. It's female empowerment. A bit. No, I'm saying it wrong. God damn it. I'm so bad at this. You're a basic bitch. I'm sorry, I got it wrong. You're not a simple bitch. You're a basic bitch.
And you're a stupid idiot.
Obviously, I don't want to have you lay down on your back, close your eyes, hope for the best. If I'm going to call you a basic bitch on the show tonight.
Yeah, no. What?
But I think what happens is
What are you doing over there?
I'll tell you. I know. Here's exactly. You know this. You've been through this with me for fucking many years. Once we get to a certain point where we're a certain amount of inebriation, and I've already said it's like some pretty offensive things to you, I know you're not going to give up the cookie. So then I triple dog dare everything. I'm like, okay, fine. You're not going to lay on your back, close your eyes, hope for the best. Now I'm going to say some shit. I'm going to call you a basic bitch to entertain myself because I know there's no shot.
But
you're going to lay on your back, close your eyes, hope
You
for the
didn't
best.
call me a basic bitch. You fucked it up and you called me a simple bitch.
Yeah, well, I'm dumb.
It's not even an alliteration.
I think simple bitch is funnier
No.
because I'm
basic-
dumber. Basic bitch is great.
Yeah.
So anyways, what I've read on the interwebs is that you're a basic bitch.
Okay. We're moving on.
Okay, so let's talk about New Year's resolutions.
We're moving on. Okay, so
We're going to do wet January.
You
Because
were
fuck dry January.
You were very much more so than me. We both, in all fairness, we both we're like, hey, we have got to get control of our bodies. We're gonna eat good. We're gonna drink.
We're going to live clean, baby.
Yeah, we're gonna leave clean. Now we weren't so stupid as to say dry January. We're going to Mexico January 16th. So we were counting down the days. We're like,
Because Mexico's where they make the tequila.
okay, 16 days. We've got 16 days. We're going to eat super clean. We're going to be dry because we're going to Mexico.
Yeah, these are life goals, yo.
Yeah, no, we were both on board. You more so than me. I didn't even last until New Year's Eve.
No, you did.
We went out New Year's Eve and I was like, fuck it. It's what's 16 days going to do? You know what I mean? Like what the fuck over?
You threw the towel in early.
I did. I didn't even get to January. I didn't even get to dry January before it was wet January. So we're out New Year's Eve, but you were still staying sober. Well, and at this point, you had the keys in your hand and you were driving. So you were fucking stuck. You were like,
I was not going to drink.
Yeah, you were like, I might change my mind and drink through January, but I'm not going to change my mind tonight because I don't want a DUI. So you were stuck and you were just babysitting drunk Sarah while I just
dragging around some basic bitch from party to party to party.
Party to party.
3 parties I drug your drunk ass to.
All of our friends.
Yeah, we saw all of our friends in one night.
Okay.
It was awesome.
I'm getting to the story though, because in the story, you mentioned your dad bod. So we get to our third party, and at
it's
this
3
point,
o'clock in the morning at this point.
At
It's
this
2024, 3 hours deep.
At this point, everyone is looking at you, and they're just like, "What the fuck is wrong with Rob? Like, did he have another stroke?
He's no fun.
Why isn't he drinking?" And I'm like, "He's doing this dry January bullshit. Like, he's dieting until we go to Mexico."
You're being. I think you're leaving out a part. You're like, he's a fucking loser. He's trying to be sober and make a better life for himself. And you just pointed at me and laughed from across the backyard. You're like, look at him. He's a fucking loser over there. I'm like, I'm driving you around to 3 parties. Like, I'm toking you up. You're like, nah, he's a fucking loser.
So I gave our friend Paige, who's the funniest woman on the planet. God,
100%.
she's funny. I gave her just enough ammunition. I said, look, he's trying to, I don't know. We're going to Mexico on the 16th. He's trying to lose a pound or something like that. Like, and I said, go give him a hard time. Go bust his balls because he's trying to
He's a fat piece of shit.
Go bust his balls because we're all fucking drunk and he's staying sober and he's driving me around.
He's
like,
a loser.
I don't know why this would be the thing that we would bust balls about. But
Because you're a horrible person.
I know.
Your husband who loves you drove sober and took you to 3 parties. And at the end of the night, you just stood across the backyard and pointed at me and called me a loser and made fun of me.
But Paige she's your friend too. So she told me probably 4 different times. She's like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give him a hard time. I respect what he's doing. We need to respect each other's journeys.
Solidarity,
like,
man.
Yeah. She's just like, we should all be following in his footsteps. I'm not going to give him a hard time.
He's a beacon for all of us.
So I was like, okay. I don't know what happened. And then all of a sudden you were across the party. You were in a safe space. You were away from us. And then something made you come towards us, or maybe we went towards you. But the same Paige that was just like, I'm not going to do that. That's not very nice. Then she sees you, and what does she do?
She walks up to me and she's like, hey, are you really going to take that dad bod to Mexico? I'm just like, fuck. I'm trying. And then 24 hours later, I was shithouse drunk.
Yeah, no. I mean, she was actually, in her way, she was trying to encourage you. Like, don't take that dad bod to Mexico.
Yeah.
Stay on your path. She's like, I respect your path. Stay on your dry path. Don't drink. Don't eat. And then, God, was it 24 hours later? No.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, who's counting?
It's been a tough new year. But look, man, you can't fucking be the host of a podcast called Stories and Cocktails and say, like, I'm not going to drink in January because I want to lose 1.5 pounds before I go to Mexico. It's unreasonable.
What I like about you and your weight loss journey, and again, I'm respecting it. But
Are you, though? By standing in a fucking party and pointing at me and saying he's a loser, he's a fat loser. You respect it?
You get up in the morning and I hear you. I'm laying in bed and I hear you like pad over to the bathroom to the scale. You're like, and then I hear you get on the scale, and then I hear you like, and then you sort of like pace around the bathroom. You pee. You pace around a little bit more, and then you get back on the scale.
Yeah, I'm like a kid trying to make weight for wrestling, dude. I'm trying to get the air out of my body. I take my glasses off. I take my Invisalign out. I take a piss.
I hear all of that.
I try to get myself as light. I actually think light. I stay on the scale. I think rise, float like a balloon.
All right, well, I'll give you a hack. If you lean on the towel rack will take about 6 pounds.
Just lean my arm over and just pull myself up. I'm like, shit, I'm looking good. Let's go to Mexico.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm doing. But why do you think I'm drinking? Because the towel rack is taking.
I didn't realize there was a towel rack hack.
Yeah, no, it takes about 8 pounds off of my body.
8 pounds, that's all I need.
Yeah, no.
If I can lose 8 pounds, I'm ready to go. Let's pack the fucking bags and leave early.
We just got to take that towel rack in our carry-on, I guess.
Shit.
So when I'm out by the pool in Mexico, I can lean on the towel rack and be 8 pounds thinner.
Wait, don't take my picture. I got to get the towel rack and hold the camera up high. Let me lean on this towel rack. I look really hot. I look 8 pounds thinner.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that's the hack.
Towel rack hack.
The towel rack hack.
Fucking, you should have your own weight loss program.
Called the towel rack hack?
Towel rack hack. Yeah. You just sell towel racks made from China to people and make them skinny. Or make them fatter and make them think they're skinny and make billions of dollars like every other weight loss fucking program in the world.
I don't want to be in it for the money. I just want to be in it for people feeling good about themselves.
Oh, that's a lot of positivity.
So I'm not going to sell the towel rack, but I just, for free. Oh, I hate those videos on Facebook where they're just like, do you want to learn how to lose 50 pounds and look 10 years younger? And then like, it's totally free. Follow my program. And then you listen for like 34 minutes. And then 34 minutes of your life later, you realize like, it's not totally free.
They're not going to tell you.
They're not going to fucking tell you. And they spend 34 minutes going, okay, next up, I'm going to tell you how to do it.
I'm
totally
just
free.
about to tell you the thing you want to hear. But I'm never going to fucking tell you.
Just change your morning routine for 3 minutes. This is a 3-minute add-on to your morning routine. It's going to change your life. It comes from the scientists of the Himalayas.
Yeah.
They don't
Just
want you to
drink
know.
this elixir
It's
and
a
move your
secret.
pinky. Here's a
Yeah.
hack.
Yeah.
Get all the poo out. You'll be lighter.
Oh, yeah, it does. It gets the poop out.
Yeah.
It gets the ancient Himalayan science.
I think the new buzzword is like gut health. That's been happening the last couple
How
of
many gut health Facebook videos have you watched
I don't watch them.
and
So
not get the secret?
unfortunately for me, Siri is listening. So I get like a lot of these like crazy ads like, you have a problem going poop? I'm like, yeah, I definitely do. And they're like, follow me for more tips. I'm like, this is insane, dude. Siri is listening to us all the time.
Okay, but at least it just says follow me for more tips. I'm actually watching the videos and they're not telling me.
No, there's no tips.
No,
You just
there's
want
tips.
clicks.
No, yeah, you got to click it and then you pay the money and then they tell you what the secret is. I'm too cheap, so I don't know what any of the secrets are. But
I know what the secret is. It's simple because I bought it. I have Chuck Norris's morning kick supplement that I drink every morning. And I'm fucking looking pretty slim.
One of the
Thank
videos,
you, Chuck Norris.
one of the videos told me that the only side effect, I can't make this shit up. It said
Rectal bleeding.
it said the only side effect will be my shoulder will be sore from reaching over and flushing the toilet because I'm going to flush so much of my poop out. And I'm going to lose like 42 pounds.
Your right shoulder will be bulked up. You might want to have to work on your left shoulder so you're like symmetrical.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I want to poop so much my shoulder hurts. But so I watched the whole video and they were going to tell me for free. And then they didn't. They were like, click here and then we'll tell you. And I won't, I'm too cheap to click. But I'm really worried about the amount of sticky poop I have stuck in my colon.
Yeah,
It's just really making me fat.
based on everything I'm seeing on social media, my gut health is pretty poor.
Mine is
Got to be terrible.
too.
It's just my gut. I'm like, oh man, what do I think about my gut health?
Okay, there's another one besides my gut health. There's another one that's it's like I dance. It's like a 30-day dance challenge. Now here's the thing: is this particular algorithm doesn't know that I'm a woman. I guess it thinks that I'm a man, like a husband, because it advertises to me. It's like this. And I'm like, this is Sara. I'm a wife. But the Facebook ad is like, husbands, like, you'll never see your wife differently. Like, get her this, like, transform your wife into this dancing sensation. Like, it's basically.
Oh, so it's basically like, hey, boys, listen, I'm going to make you teach your wife subliminally how to cut.
Yes.
Do they have that for like, does your wife lay on her back, close her eyes, hope for the best? Is there like a hack for that?
No,
Damn it,
this
for
one
dancing?
is I'm just supposed to dance, and in 30 days, my whole body will be transformed into like J-Lo's body, I think.
Oh, yeah. 30 days?
By
I
dancing.
think I saw someone. You can get that in 15.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Dude, text me that.
Just click now.
Share that with me.
You're
Let's
just
buy
16
that.
clicks away.
I love New Year's. I really do.
Fucking New Year's.
I
dude.
love it. The funny thing is that for every one of these like ads that's like change how you poop, change how you dance, like change your whole body. There's also like all of the memes about like all of these people like in their New Year's resolutions. And so there's like where the guy, he goes to the gym like 365 days of the year and he's like all buff and he gets to the gym on January 3rd and is like super crap. I love it. I'm just loving because it's fucking cold outside. I've got nothing else to do but drink Bud Light in my house and scroll through social media and look at memes. And I've decided New Year's is like my favorite. All these fat fuckers and their New Year's resolutions.
You like watching fat people run?
I
It's
do.
your favorite meme?
I do. Well,
we talk about it in the article. It's just like this whole thing about New Year's is all it is that our planet went around the sun and we're like, yay, let's get fucking drunk. And now I'm going to lose weight. Like any of the orbit of our planet has anything to do with making healthy decisions. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and then there's always the people that are like, I'm not so shallow. My New Year's resolution doesn't have fucking shit to do with like losing 10 pounds, like you shallow fuckers or dry January. Like and then they get into like their character.
Like, I'm more altruistic than you piece of
Yeah.
shit.
Like I'm going to volunteer at the library and I'm going to.
The library doesn't need your volunteerism.
Right. And I'm just, but earlier, so even as I'm making fun of these fuckers, I did say I'm going to try to be more kind to you. So I guess I'm guilty of it too. Like where I'm like, okay, I'm at this age. I'm not going to work on my body. I'm not going to be vain. I'm going to work on my character. I'm going to be more kind.
Yeah. Now, that kindness, does that deal with like laying on your back, closing your eyes, hoping for the best?
Say it again, motherfucker. Say lay on my back and close my eyes one more
And hope for the
fucking
best.
time. You need to hope for the best. Because I'm fucking going to stab you. Some shit like some violence.
You're gonna just tear that can in half and stab me in the throat with a fucking torn apart Bud Light can.
Yes, that's my New Year's
Luckily for me,
resolution.
you haven't finished it yet, so I know that you love Bud Light so much you won't spill that beer by tearing that can to cut my fucking carotid artery. So I think I'm safe for at least about 3 or 4 more sips. Oh shit. Fucking kill my ass. All right. So listen, maybe I should be doing the same thing. Maybe I shouldn't be worrying about my dad bod, which I do have the definitive dad bod. Like, if you were to look at what dad bods look like, that's what I have.
Let's worry less about your dad bod and let's worry more about like your sort of like your dad personality traits.
Oh,
Like let's do less mansplaining, right?
Okay.
Less long lectures.
Mm-hmm.
Less, what other annoying dadisms that you do? You don't really do dad jokes. I do dad jokes. I'm guilty of that.
Occasionally I'll throw one in the repertoire, but it's not my jam. So I can definitely stop the mansplaining if you could just fucking, pick up on stuff quicker as a woman. You know what I mean? So I don't have to explain it to you. Then I'd be fine.
You know what I'm going to do in New Year's and 2024 is I'm going to take long pauses and deep breaths and think before I react. That way.
Think before you speak.
Yeah. That way when I finally speak, right? So just long pause, deep breath, think before I speak. So that way I don't say anything I don't mean.
Yeah.
You're a stupid fucking asshole.
I'm a stupid fucking asshole.
Yes. And you knew I had a lot of time to think about it.
You really came up with that. It's the best you got, just a bunch of curse words all linked together.
Yeah, no, that's
stupid fucking asshole.
You pissed me off. You pissed me off at this. If you could just catch on quicker, I wouldn't need to dadsplain shit. Like you're right.
It's mansplaining.
I had nothing
you
witty.
Basic bitch.
I had nothing witty to say. I had nothing insightful to say. I only could say like, nuh-uh, shut up.
Stupid fucking asshole.
I'm annoyed with you. That's so fucked up. Because that's what...
Stop saying that about me, man.
That's what mansplaining does. It's fucking annoying.
Here's how it works. Let me give you the actual explanation of mansplaining. So men have... Are you going
to mansplaining?
Yeah, and I'm going to do it right now on the show.
Are you kidding me right now?
No, I'm definitely going to do it. And it's important. I think every man needs to hear this, and every woman needs to hear this. Men have a certain sense of inner rage in them, right? They want to kill things. That's how we survive on this planet. We kill our food and, we kill our enemies and we make the place safe and we have our wives and protect them. And so that's in our DNA. I know you don't agree, but it's in us. So now it's 2024.
It's called a hunter.
Now we realize like, okay, it's probably not appropriate for me to just go get in fights in the parking lot or stab people through the heart with a fucking, a big spear. Because ultimately that's felony and you're going to go to prison.
That hunter instinct isn't to stab people in the parking lot. It's to go kill a fucking rabbit to feed your family.
But anyways,
you've got this whole hunter instinct.
No. There's rage in us.
No.
There's rage in men. So when you start talking to me as a woman and I'm a man and you say stuff, I feel a sense of rage in me, right? Like, you dumb bitch. I can't fucking make a U-turn right here. What are you talking about? So then I take a breath, like, I take a deep breath in. I go, it's 2024. I'm no longer a hunter. I don't have a spear in my hand. I can't act this way in society. There's these rules. And then I calm myself. And then to calm myself, as I breathe out after my breath in, breathe out. Then I slowly explain carefully and articulate why it would be inappropriate for me to make a U-turn right now. And so when I'm doing that, I'm slowly calming down myself so I don't punch a person or stab a person or kill a person. And so that's what mansplaining is. We are using it as a control measure for our emotions. And you women are like, stop fucking mansplaining this shit to me. I'm like, I'm mansplaining to you so I don't kill you.
You think you have rage inside of you. You don't.
I don't?
No. I have rage inside of me. It's called menopause. That's scientifically backed.
So it actually has the men in it? Menopause.
What you're doing is
Shouldn't it be called womanopause?
What you're doing is a bunch of fucking pseudoscience about like, we're hunters, and you fucked that up. Like we kill each other in the parking lots. No, you don't. You fucking hunt deers, and I gather weeds and shit to cook the deers, like with herbs. You fucked that up. I have actual rage, like chemically, like hormonally, scientifically proven. I have rage in me. You don't. You're trying to steal that from me.
Oh, you're saying that I'm appropriating your women rage?
Yes, you're appropriating menopause rage, and that's not fair.
Fucking love it.
And then you're like, because you said, take this U-turn, I have this rage. I'm like, you don't think I don't have fucking rage? The reason you have to take a U-turn is because you went the wrong fucking way. And with that, let's go to bed. I'm tired.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, let's raise a glass. Cheers.
Hold on, everybody. It's not last call yet. We have another story on this episode. Excuse me, ma'am. Can I get another round?
If you enjoy hearing Rob Kreider's different humor columns here on the Stories and Cocktails podcast, then I promise you will love his novel, Cadet Blues. Cadet Blues is Rob's hilarious tell-all about desperately trying to survive the shock and awe boot camp-style training at the California Highway Patrol Academy. People from all different walks of life have come to love this book because Cadet Blues is simply a crazy good read. Heartfelt, inspiring, and damn funny. It's available in paperback through Amazon, eBay, or cadetblues.com, where you can get free shipping and a personalized autographed book. Or you can download a digital copy of Cadet Blues from Amazon Kindle, Barnes & Noble Nook, or Apple iBooks. Do yourself a favor and check out the novel, Cadet Blues.
Okay, folks, we have one drink down the gullet, which means we need to get our next one on deck. Time to enjoy the second story. Bartender!
This article's called Weighing the Options by Rob Kreider. Hey, that's me. People have fears. It's natural to be scared of stuff. Fear is important because it keeps us alive. We need to be afraid of things, like great white sharks, because if we don't fear sharks, we could become great white shark food. Being on any species diet plan is not good for your thighs. Just ask a chicken. So for good reason, mostly because of the images on Discovery Channel's Shark Week, I have a very healthy fear of sharks. In fact, every year for about a month after Shark Week, I'm not only too scared to go in the ocean, I'm too scared to take a shower. Sure, smelling like a bum for a month after Shark Week is pretty irrational. But another completely irrational fear that I have is the simple act of weighing my luggage at the airport. My bags never come in below the required 50-pound weight limit because I'm a married man who travels with a member of the female species. You see, my wife, whom I love, has a traveling requirement that equals taking a metric ton of clothing and bathroom products with her everywhere she goes. Now, of course, to avoid hassles at the airport skycap counter, I could attempt to limit the amount of items my wife packs while she's getting ready for a trip. But a safer bet would be to go swim in shark-infested waters dressed in a seal costume. Lording over a woman while she tries to pack and telling her the word no is a quick road right to divorce court, or worse, death. Although my divorced friends have told me that death would be a pleasant alternative to divorce court. Me? I want to live. I want to stay married, and I want to go on vacation. So I'm certainly not going to tell my wife what she can or cannot take. Of course, she tells me what I can take, mouthwash, and I do what I'm told. My wife has two-dimensional vision, which means she can't fathom why everything she has in her entire closet won't fit into a single piece of luggage. And she's determined to only bring one bag because she doesn't want to pay the extra airline fees for a second bag. I bring my own bag with the mouthwash. I tell her, "Honey, this bag seems like it might be a bit heavy for the airlines." She says, "It'll be fine." "Okay, honey, but I think it's above the 50-pound limit." "It will be fine." "I hope so because the last time I said it will be fine." This is where the fear comes in. My blood pressure starts to rise. I begin to sweat and worry about trying to get our bag on the plane. Now, I can't blame this whole luggage weight fear solely on my wife. The airlines have a part in this nonsense too. There has been a continuous cat and mouse game going on between the airlines and the customers regarding luggage. First, the airlines say, cheap flights, $80 a ticket, carry-on is free, any checked bags will cost $1,000 each. So customers start packing enormous carry-on bags to avoid checking luggage. Then the interiors of the planes became ridiculously filled with oversized bags and people had no place to put their luggage or their legs. So the airline said, fine, a small carry-on and your first checked bag is free, but each additional bag will be $2,000. So customers bought the biggest suitcases ever made and then filled them to the point that they weighed 120 pounds each. The airlines were losing money on workers' comp claims, filed for back injuries to luggage handlers. So now we have the current rules. One small carry-on for free and one free check bag that weighs less than 50 pounds. Any extra checked bags or overweight bag will cost you $3,000. My wife is convinced she can beat the airlines at their game, but she has absolutely no concept of weight. Inevitably, while standing in front of a long line of people waiting to fly to their vacation destination, we put our luggage on a scale and it tips in at around 60 pounds, just 10 pounds over. This causes me anxiety. My wife doesn't care. She will just adjust, which means taking all of our bags and laying them all over the disgusting airport floor. Then she opens up all of our bags so everyone can see our underwear and our ridiculous amount of bathroom supplies. And then she starts tossing stuff everywhere. She moves this here and that there. And then voila, we're still too heavy. So she makes some more adjustments. But some things like liquids and fingernail clippers, they can't go on the carry-on bags because of security. That means we have to move more things around and try to make weight. The whole thing gives me hives. While we play the quote, we aren't going to pay the extra fees game, other customers are waiting, and they begin to look impatient, and I start to feel very self-conscious. My wife is oblivious to the other customers. She just keeps throwing stuff around until she's happy. I just want a hole to open up on the floor and take me away. Forget the vacation. I don't enjoy the process of traveling. Eventually, after way too long, we find the happy balance of her bag and my bag, each weighing 50.1 pounds. At this point, the airlines give us the 1/10 of a pound because they feel sorry for us. Now we have all this extra weight in our carry-on bags, which are stuffed now with underwear and high heels. As we walked away from the check-in counter and headed towards the security gate, my wife took this opportunity to admit who was right. She said, "See, I told you it would be fine." Sure, the luggage is fine now, but my blood pressure is pretty far from fine. I would be calmer right now if I was swimming with sharks. By the way, sometimes my bags aren't stored in the house. My wife keeps them on the front porch for me.
Okay, patrons, you've been to this bar before. You know it's cocktail hour again. Are we doing shots or what?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Stories and Cocktails podcast. We're coming to you on roadshow from Los Angeles, California, the city of Los Angeles. Enjoying a beautiful view of downtown LA, enjoying some Coke Zero and 3 Olives Cherry Vodka.
7-Up Zero.
Whoops, you're right. That's why it's clear. We are going to talk about a story tonight called Weighing the Options, published in the Santa Maria Sun, August 28th, 2013. You picked this story tonight and just read it aloud to us. And it was very true in the fact that this did happen to us at an airport. I have anxiety about it to this day. And the fact that we're getting on an airplane tomorrow morning to go to Texas.
That's why I thought it was apropos.
Yeah, it's got me a little worried because I'm like, oh, shit, the airport. Damn it.
Yeah. But we're not checking any bags. Carry on.
Right, which means that I get to do another embarrassing thing, which is pull out my sleep apnea mask in front of fucking everybody.
I told you I'd carry it for you if you want.
No, I'm a big boy. I can tell everybody, hey, listen, this guy can't breathe at night, so he has a sleep apnea mask. He's an old man, 49-year-old piece of shit.
When I fly without you, which oddly has become, I don't know, seems like lately I fly without you more than with you. But I do carry on because I don't want to deal with, well, one, I don't want to pay. So the story is dated because the story was like your first bag is free. It ain't no.
That's not true anymore. Yeah, that is certainly, when you read that tonight, I was like, ooh, this is not the case.
Yeah, no, anymore. Now your first check
that was a
bag,
time capsule to 2013.
Your first check bag is up to about $4,000 now. Carry on. A lot of the airlines even will charge you for your carry on.
Yep.
Tomorrow we're not being charged for our carry on. But anyways, I like to fly carry on because I like to just, when we land, I want to get the fuck out of there. So I just like to grab my bag and go. Like, I don't want to wait for baggage.
See, I prefer checking a bag. I do not mind waiting. I do not mind having anybody else handle my business for me. It seems easier.
But the last time you checked a bag, it got lost. You had to sleep without your machine. So I'd rather you go through the embarrassment of them checking you. Because they do. They always open his bag and they have to look through his machine because they think it's a bomb or something.
Yeah.
But I'd rather you go through that.
What is this contraption, sir? I'm like,
go,
it's my dick enlarger.
Then go a night without your CPAP like you did in Indianapolis.
Yeah. Yeah, I flew into Indy for a race and no bag.
But I told you I'd carry it. I'll be the one.
No. I'm not going to make you do that. But I do remember a time when specifically we were going on a trip. You overpacked the fuck out of the bag. I knew you did. And I was like, oh, God damn it. So we get there and we literally lay our luggage out on the ground and you're just tossing stuff back and forth. It's just like underwear and shit. And it's just like Vegas high heel shoes. And I just wanted to fucking die, man. I was like, oh my God. Because I was looking at the crowd behind us and they're just looking at me like, buddy, really?
Nah, that's what people do, though.
Get a hold of your wife.
That's what people do.
Motherfucker, can't you weigh this bag at home?
I've seen people do that.
Now, I have played the game at home where I will stand on the scale, weigh myself, and then I will grab my bag and hold it up and then weigh it and then subtract it and then like do it over and over again so I don't have the embarrassment of being over 50 pounds at the actual airport. And so I've gotten it down now where I roll in about 47 and a half, 48 pounds after that embarrassing moment from the story.
I just stopped using those big suitcases.
Do you know my last trip, I actually just went ahead. You can just pay for the over.
Yeah.
I think it was
when you went to Indianapolis to race.
That's right. Because I packed a bunch of tools.
Yeah, you had like a 75-pound bag.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck it. They're like, you know, we're going to charge. I'm like, I'll pay off. I don't give a shit. Just charge me. They're like, okay, it's $150. I was like, oh shit. That was more than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like $10.
No.
Very naive.
Yeah, you are.
I am often very naive when it comes to how much things cost.
I am glad we're carrying on tomorrow.
I am not.
Yeah, it's so much easier. You just get in there, put your bag up high, you land, you grab your bag, you go. Like, we have very few hours in Austin.
Yes.
We have a lot in Austin we've got to cover. So let's just, let's not waste any minutes waiting for our bags to come and that stupid bag carousel.
Or for them not to come.
And then there's always those people, right? Like
the stand and block the whole fucking thing.
Stand and block. Yeah, no, like stand back. When you see your bag, you move forward. You grab your bag. But there's those people that are just like, I'm going to stand here super close and, oh, that's your bag. You can't get to it. I'm blocking.
Yeah.
I can't stand those people.
Courtesy is just not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
It seems to be lost in our current society, which is unfortunate. We're all neighbors here, everybody. Let's all work together. It's a group project. All of our bags are going to come off there. We're all going to get them.
The baggage blockers and slow walkers, they make me a little crazy. The other thing that's been making me crazy lately, the copy machine at work, it has what's called simple screen. I don't know. You don't make copies, huh?
I have staff for that.
Okay. So there is a
make a copy, please.
There is a button you can select, like you can push, and it says simple screen, and it changes the way the menu looks. And I don't know why, but I fucking hate simple screen. So when I walk into the workroom, the staff workroom, and I see the coffee machine that someone has set it to simple screen, I just lose my fucking mind. I'm just like, oh my God, this whole fucking day is ruined now. I hate simple screen. Who did this? And all I have to do is just touch the same thing.
To unsimple.
The unsimple screen.
Complex
but
screen.
But it's like, I just wonder, like, who was in here? What fucking asshole doesn't know how to use the regular screen and needs this stupid ass simple screen? And it's not simple. It's dumb. Like, sorry, I know I'm going off on a tangent.
No, it's good. I think that really, as an educator,
haven't shared this yet.
You've shared so many stories to me about the complexities of the copy room, the stress of the copy room, problems with the copiers. I think researchers should get involved where they check your blood pressure prior to going into the staff room and saying, like, okay, you're 120 over 80, great. Then you come out, friggin' you're, 220 over 180. Then you're like, okay, that was the stress of the copier. Let's probably make some adjustments here for employee wellness.
No, people talk about like heroes in education, right? Like, oh, once a year there's the teacher of the year banquet and dinner, and that's, I get emails like, let's highlight this hero of education, and Mr. Jones at Bobcat Elementary School, he does this. And anyway, so we highlight that shit, right? But who the real heroes and villains are, it's all about the copy machine. So the villains, in my mind, the villains put on the simple screen, but no, the collective villain is the one who puts in their copy job and then walks away. And then the copier's out of paper, so their job doesn't finish. So they're just sitting there, like 45 copies. There's still like 50 copies.
It's like a dryer with clothes in it.
And there's no
a laundromat that no one's going to bother to switch over.
And no one stuck around. And
because courtesy is lost, man. Society lost it.
So that's a villain. Whoever does that is a villain. And then when they come in and you're just like, dude, all the jobs are fucking backed up now because there was no paper and you left and blah, blah, blah. So that's a villain. The super villains are the ones where it gets jammed and they just leave. But then the heroes are the ones who come in and they're like, well, I didn't jam it, but I'm here and I need to use it. So I will fix the paper jam. And you'll find them just the most heroic people on our campus. And they're just in front of the copy machine. All the copy machine drawers are pulled open. The doors are open.
They're
and
pulling
the
out
screen,
fucked up paper.
The screen is blinking like quadrant A. But I mean, that jam is in fucking Z. And I don't know why the screen thinks it's in A. And you got to open up B, C. You got to open them all. And there's like little hooks and crannies. And you got to twist and little tiny pieces of paper. So it's always some teacher.
PC load letter. What the fuck?
Some teacher who's just like, again, I didn't jam that. Like some supervillain was in here, jammed our fucking copy machine, left. I need to make copies. I'm on my hands and knees, elbow deep in ink now, unjamming those are
The real heroes.
Yeah. When I walk in and I see someone doing that, I'm just like, God, I'm just lucky to work with you. I love you. Of course, then they fixed it and then they stand up and damn it if they don't click that simple screen. And I'm just,
They're like, oh, by the way, I got to publish a small novel here. You can't make copies.
Oh, yeah.
I'm done. So let me ask you, because I've heard a lot about
really
this.
went off.
No, but it's good.
on
It's
that.
good because I've heard a lot about this over the years as your husband. And I have to ask this one minor follow-up in regards to the amount of frustration you've had over the years with the copy machines. And
Oh, is that how you feel at the airport?
No.
Oh.
I'm not segueing back to the story. I'm saying, is any of this have to do with the fact that you're a bit of a procrastinator? So you've literally given yourself 37 seconds to do a 40-second job before you got a class that starts, and then the fucking copy machines are jammed up and you can't get your shit printed in time? Is there a possibility this may be? But as a teacher, you're like, look, as a teacher, we're always fucking out of time.
Yeah.
It's a stupid question. You're an asshole for even asking.
No, I mean,
how dare you, sir?
did my face say that? Because my
It did.
brain was like, I want out of this marriage.
Yeah, you're like, I
How
hate you. How could
was
you say
he-
something so
Yeah, like,
stupid?
yeah, I'm a fucking procrastinator, but that doesn't happen.
I'm just saying I'd probably make my
fucking-
copies on Tuesday, for next Thursday.
Then you're a shit teacher. Because if you are setting up what you're going to do Tuesday, next Thursday, then you're a shit teacher. Because guess what? Wednesday, they're going to learn at a different pace than you expected. And then Thursday, there's going to be a fire alarm and you're not going to get to the lesson.
Oh,
And
I
then
see.
Friday, something else comes up. There's absolutely no way you are doing live action teaching to the kids' needs if you're planning
That far.
Tuesday what you're going to do Thursday. Like, yeah, do we pencil it in? Oh, hell yeah. Like, we have a pretty good idea of where we're going, but it changes.
So I would just kill trees. I'd make those copies anyways, and then I'd kick them down the road.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to
Because
use them
also-
eventually, right?
Because also I could find out on Monday that little Johnny, loves dinosaurs. So now what I was going to do on Thursday, I'm still doing it, but now I need to make sure that the word problems, instead of being about horses, now they're about dinosaurs. And I didn't know that until Monday. So I can't, the prior Tuesday, I can't be making the copies.
I see.
Also, it's just, there always needs to be copies every single day.
And also, you are a procrastinator.
You can't, but you can't not. Okay, so even if you're in there Tuesday making Thursday's copies, you're still going to be annoyed when the supervillain leaves the copy machine jammed. And it's not like on Tuesday you have 4 hours to make copies. Tuesday you have the same 7 minutes to get a cup of coffee, go pee, call Johnny's dad, and make your copies, So Tuesday you might be, I'm going to get Thursday done. But then the supervillain left the copy machine jammed, and now you can't fucking do it. So now you're like, oh, fuck, I'll do it tomorrow.
And the supervillain is a peer of yours,
Oh,
coworker,
yeah.
a fellow educator
Yeah.
who understands the complexities and time that's not available to all the rest of the teachers. They're like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I'm just going to leave it. The bell rang, and I'm just going to leave it jammed. And I mean, I get that. The bell rings. You have to be in your classroom. Like,
Right.
not all of us can just go to coffee all day like you. That's why when you're just like, is this because you're a procrastinator? I'm just like, dude, I haven't seen you be at work on time or work 8 hours in your office. Like, when was the last time you went to work without going to coffee?
I'm an executive.
You go to coffee twice a day sometimes. Like,
It's my job.
you're literally like, I'd really like to take you to the Dutch down the street so that you could see the couch I sit in when I'm at work. Like, we're always familiar with each other's workplaces. Would you like to come sit on my couch and Dutch?
We can talk about your problem with the copy machine.
When the fuck would I do that? So to tell me, oh, are you getting more angry than you should at the copy machine because you're a procrastinator?
You do seem to get a little wound tight about the copy.
We all do.
And the fact that I don't have these problems because I have my staff take care of that. And then, which is immensely unpopular. I'm not, people don't like that about me.
I don't like that about you.
When I say stuff like, I'm going to do some chief shit, you do some copy machine shit.
You do not say that.
No, I don't. Not exactly. I did one time, and I was another staff member was like, "Hey, that wasn't appreciated." I was having some technical difficulties with an iPhone, and there were some IT issues. We have an employee; their job is to do IT issues, and so I told her, I handed my phone to her. I said, "You do your job, so I can do my job."
Yeah,
she later went to her supervisor. Like, I didn't really appreciate it when the chief said that to me. I'm like, is my iPhone fixed? Can I check my fucking email on it? Yes or no?
So I'll tell you some.
Because how can I go to coffee for 4 hours if I'm not getting my email pushed to my fucking iPhone?
I know that's a problem.
So that was the priority for me. I needed to go. I was like, I'm a slave to the bean, man. I was thirsty from coffee.
There are people. Your wife is one of them who they make coffee at home. You can make coffee at home.
Why would I got state time for that?
You can buy a machine. It's called a coffee maker.
I have staff that makes my coffee.
Okay, so I'll tell you some other shenanigans about coffee machines and education, right?
Lay it on me.
So every school, they run their coffee machine protocols a little differently, right? The
Rules of the copy room.
The school I'm at right now is really nice. We don't have a code. We don't have limits. We just can make all the copies we want, right? And Jose, our maintenance manager, he delivers a ginormous pallet of paper into the copy room every single day. So we don't want for paper. It's just you have to fill.
I'm sure none of you are misusing this for like a yard sale signs or other shit.
We don't have time. So you know what they say about teachers? The only place where you steal shit from home and take it to work.
That's true.
So when my first teaching gig, you got a code. You had a 4-digit code that you had to plug into the copy machine, and you were allocated a certain amount of copies each semester, right? So, okay, here's your 4-digit code, and that code will get you, I don't know, 500 copies, 5,000 copies, whatever.
This is some real government bureaucracy bean counting bullshit.
Yes.
Holy shit.
So you go up to the copy machine, you plug in your code. You know, if you have 89 kids, you're going to make 87 copies because 2 of them are going to be absent, and you have a limited number
it's good thinking ahead
of copies, right? But here's where it gets fucked up, because here's where the supervillains and the heroes come in, right? So you mosey up to the copy machine.
Like, ooh, it's unlocked.
Yeah. The person prior to you who's like your good friend.
You fucked them out of 87 copies.
Friend. You see, oh shit, they didn't clear it out. And then you're like, Melanie, fuck it. Melanie's making me 87 copies. Then you're like, I know I'm a shit teacher if I start making Thursday's copies the Tuesday prior, but fuck it. It's Melanie's code. Like, I'm making all the copies for the whole year right now.
And some yard sale stuff.
And you're kind of looking around like, I hope nobody sees. I hope nobody knows. Like, that's some fucked up shit.
So you have some real guilt with this. You did this and you're feeling bad about it.
Now, that was one school. The next school I went to, I was like, hey, is there a code for the copy machine? And they were like, no, make all the copies you want with these 10 reams of paper. So you can make all the copies you want, but
as long as you go buy some more paper on your
You only get 10 reams of paper. So the same thing, like people would, oh shit, Christy left some paper in the drawer. Like, I'm going to keep this paper. I knew this one female teacher. She was just twirling her hair and shaking her ass so she could just get reams of paper. She was whoring herself out throughout the staff room just so she could get some reams of paper. Like,
God bless her and what she did for the children.
Just shaking her ass, twirling her hair like, oh my God, I forgot my paper in my room. Like, can anybody see? I only need to make 50 copies. Can I have 50 pieces of paper? And I'm just like, girl.
So your teachers are fucking borrowing paper each other. Students are borrowing papers and pens with each other. Like, what the fuck is going on at those schools, man?
No, and then like the drawer stopped working. Like the drawer was all fucked up because it just kept getting opened and shut because you wouldn't even leave one piece of paper in the drawer because you're just like, that's my sacred paper.
Right.
I would collect paper, like things that didn't have backs. The kids are
Like, that's perfectly a piece of paper.
I would. And I would like reprint it the next day and pass them back out. And it was just like a scavenger over paper.
Sounds like you're really concentrating on the ability to educate students. Oh no, you were thinking about the fucking copy the whole time. American education at its finest. It's a system. You're the gaming the system.
But no, I'm saying it's the system that's in play. Like I should just be able to go to work and just have the resources that I need. Which I do.
Copier in every classroom.
Which I do. At this school, I do. Other than it jams, and there's the super villain who just leaves it jam. And then that fucking simple screen. God, I hate simple screen.
It's funny.
If you are someone who uses the simple screen, I'm sorry. It's a difference of opinion. And it just triggers me.
All right. So we got to be at the airport in like 10 hours. I'm very nervous about it because I know you packed the bag.
It doesn't matter because we're carry-on.
I know, even worse. They're going to go through myself. Is my hair gel got too many ounces in it?
I didn't pack your bag. That's your problem, man.
On that note, all right, let's raise the glass up and end this episode on a positive note to airport security and all they do for us. Cheers.
Cheers.
And that was Last Call. You did it. You survived an episode of Stories and Cocktails. But did Rob or Sarah's liver survive the show? I don't know. Tune into the next episode to find out, to enjoy some more stories and some more cocktails. By the way, if you want to support the debauchery of the show, then buy the host their next round by Venmoing a couple of gold doubloons at Stories and Cocktails. Back in the day, a gold doubloon was only 4 Spanish dollars. Who knew? Well, folks, I'll be right here behind the bar, cleaning the glassware and awaiting your return to the Stories and Cocktails podcast. Cheerio, friends.